I would love to say that we all have unlimited funds to do what we want, but we know that's just not the case. So how do you know what the right option is for you when looking at your budget?
Let me give you a few examples. Very much, once again, let's compare buying a new vehicle versus a used vehicle. How do you determine absolute value? It's almost impossible. So let's look at that and give you some examples. If your house had to burn down, and you had to replace that property, and compare that, the cost gap between replacing that property and buying a comparable in another site in the same neighborhood, the cost to repair would probably run in about 19.4% higher than actual buying a comparable property, which includes also demolition costs, because you're obviously going to have to demolish and rebuild. In the South African context, the price per square meter for a middle-class home in South Africa, middle-class area, you're probably looking around about 6.5 to 7,000 rand a square meter. Building, and that would include the plot. Building, you're looking at about 9,000 rand a square meter for a middle-class property. And for luxury property, you're starting at about 14,000 rand a square with higher spec.
So Cyril Ramaphosa's 30 million rand piece of land in Fresno, he's looking at
something
that.
Totally different, absolutely. we can offer him a building contract.
Mr. Ramaphosa, if you're watching this video, please speak to our friend, Mr. Clark.
Absolutely. So let me put it once again into context. If you had to purchase a home in a middle-class suburb, and let's use Pretoria as an example, the average middle class, and you're looking at a 280 square meter home. To build that home, including purchasing the plot, you're looking at about 2.5 million. The exact comparable, if you had to purchase that same property, would be about 1,750,000. So it's quite a big difference. So the question really is, are you prepared to spend that extra to have something brand new? And make no mistake, brand new properties also come with their own problems. Plumbing issues, sometimes wiring issues, settling, waterproofing.
What
definitely.
What do you mean by settling?
The property settles, so you'll have settling cracks, which also the property does move as it settles, and then you have waterproofing issues. So as you would get certain issues inherent with purchasing a property, you definitely get. I've never found a property that's been built that was perfect from the word go. There will be some issues you'll have to deal with, but you get brand new everything, brand new equipment, and as I said, you can take advantage of integrating modernized equipment as well.
What do you say then to the viewer, the South African who's watching this video and says to you, Tony, that's so much information. I'm really looking at establishing my home somewhere. Where do I even begin? What advice do you give to that potential homeowner, home builder?
The first thing you do is consult with a professional. Your budget is unique to you. Sit down with a professional and work out where you want to live, what your lifestyle is. Are you prepared to settle for a smaller home that you build yourself, or if you need a bigger home, you've got a bigger family? So the best advice I can give you is, in terms of cost, is purchase is much more cost effective than build. But it doesn't mean building your own home isn't the way to go. Sit down with a professional, get some quotes, get some costs, compare them to where you want to live, and make sure that you use renowned professionals.
Tony, for a viewer who's interested, could you give us a little bit more information about the Rawson Property Group? And if that viewer wants to find out more information online, where can they go?
You can Google Rawson Properties and you'll go direct to our website. We've been around for 30-odd years. We traditionally we started off as a residential sales agency in the Western Cape. We've now grown nationally to over 200-odd franchises, specifically in the residential sector, but we focus primarily on residential sales. We have residential rentals, but we also have a commercial division which is growing pretty strong, over 30 franchises there. It's purely a franchising group, I need to say that, so we don't own our own branches. We focus specifically on building businesses for our franchisees. We've got an auctions division as well. We've got a huge development division where we develop and construct our own properties. Anyone in the southern suburbs will know who Rawson developers are. So it's a holistic property company, and as I said, Google us. You can find us in the phone book. You can phone our head office, phone me directly, and I'll put you in touch with the right person.